Hey everyone, what's going on? ZeroMagnumX here with the Magic Monday. I have a spoiler list, kind of, for you guys. It's for a few Return to Ravnica spoilers that were featured in the Golgari versus Izzet duel decks. The first up is we have Dredged Mangler. Okay, he's pretty cool. He's a plant zombie, which, if you guys know about the game Plants vs. Zombies, it's kind of funny. Sorry, just a little chuckle personally. Anyway, he costs 180, 1 black, and 1 green. He has haste and he's got a 3/3. Also, he features a new ability. It's called Scavenge. His Scavenge costs 3, 1 black, and 1 green. You pay the amount, exile him from your graveyard, and then put +1/+1 counters on a creature you control equal to Dredged Mangler's power. Now, what's interesting is it didn't say put 3 +1/+1 counters on it, so maybe there's going to be some kind of way to manipulate power in the graveyard. I don't know. We don't have that much out yet. Secondly, you can only use his Scavenge ability as a sorcery. Next up so far is my favorite card spoiled. This is Goblin Electromancer. He is an amazing card, and I hope he sees a lot of play because I'm a supporter. First off, he's 1 blue, 1 red, very reasonable cost for a 2/2. I mean, you get vanillas at that point for commons, and he's a common and all upside. He says, instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. It's pretty good. Your negates cost 1 for those who play modern. Your remands cost 1. He's probably going to find his home in modern very, very easily, especially in Delver. I also am a fan of his flavor text. It says, when asked how much power is required, Izzet mages always answer more. Next up is the Izzet Charm. This excites me because it means probably every guild is going to have some form of charm or another. So it's going to be very sweet, and it's going to add diversity to the game, which is something I actually enjoy. This charm is 1 blue and 1 red and says choose 1. Counter targets non-creature spell unless its controller pays 2. Okay. Izzet Charm deals 2 damage to target creature, or draw 2 cards and then discard 2 cards. All fantastic abilities for instant speed. Next up, we have Golgari Lich Lord. Got a couple of things about him that I want to point out, but outside of that, I'm just going to get right to his effects. He's 2 black, 2 green, and a 2/2. He's a legendary zombie elf. He's a pretty good card overall. I have to say they designed him really well. Golgari Lich Lord gets +1/+1 for each creature in your graveyard. Pretty good effect. He pumps himself up. For 1 any, 1 black, 1 green. Sacrifice another creature. Each opponent loses life equal to that sacrificed creature's power. This is going to combo really, really well as a 4-drop in green-black zombies. You sacrifice your Geralt's Messenger. They just lost 2 life at the very least last turn. Then you bring this into play, and then now they go down by 7. That's going to be some sick shenanigans right there. I'm going to tell you that right now. It kind of frightens me how fast zombies are going to get now. The last part is what I have some discrepancy about. It says sacrifice a swamp and a forest. Return Gerard from your graveyard to your hand. This guy's name is technically Golgari Lich Lord, and I may be sounding like I'm a pain about this, but literally it's the full name in card text, and that's how they're rolled. So I don't know why they say Gerard from your graveyard unless there's going to be another card named Gerard, or if they're going to edit the text on it. I don't know what to say, but it is what it is. Next up is the Garry Gilliam Age. I'm not going to pronounce its name because I don't even know where to start. Okay, it's 1 black and 1 green for a 2/2. Pretty good. It's an uncommon. It costs 180, 1 black, and 1 green to use the first ability, which is target creature gets +1/+1 and gains Intimidate until end of turn. What's nice is because you don't have to tap it, you can keep paying it and make your guy bigger for the turn. It's a little bit of expensive ability, but it can work. Okay, the second, 2 any, 1 black, and 1 green. You sacrifice a non-token creature, put X 1/1 green sapling creature tokens onto the battlefield, where X is the sacrificed creature's toughness. So even if they try to meet this with a murder or anything to get rid of it, hey, you can pay it, sacrifice it, and get 2 1/1s in its place at worst. If not, it can be all upside. Finally, we reached the amazing card of this set that I've seen is Street Spasm. It's X and a red. What stands out is that it's instant speed. Street Spasm deals X damage to a target creature without flying you don't control. Okay, here's the thing. You can pay its overload costs. Alright, and with those Goblin Electromancers, this thing can get ridiculous. For 2 red and 2 XX, which means you've got to pay a mana and each to make it 1 damage. Alright. You may cast a spell for its overload cost. If you do, change the text by replaces all instances of target with each. So it can end up being a one-sided board wipe if you've got a ton of mana. That's pretty awesome, and I'd have to say it's a card that sticks out to me, especially at instant speed. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed these, and I hope you enjoyed this edition of Magic Monday, and ZeroMagnumX out. Take care, YouTube, and peace.